In the last section, we talked about hourly pay and even overtime pay, but some businesses pay their employees not based on how many hours they work, but based on how much work they produce. And they pay them with either a commission or a royalty or piecework pay. A commission or a royalty is monies paid to the employee based on how many sales they make or how many products they produce. So the more you sell or the more product you produce, then the higher your pay. So you can kind of control what your income is to a point if you're on commission or if you're paid royalties or piecework pay. For example, a real estate person receives a commission on each sale of a home that they make. So money is not made until there is a sale. Before I was a teacher, I was a financial advisor, and I would sell investment products to my clients. And the more products I would sell, the more money I would make because I was paid on commissions. The thing about being paid a commission is if you do not sell very much, then you're not paid very much. There's no guarantee of income, but there is that reward that if you do sell a lot, you will be paid much more than if you are simply an hourly wage earner. So let's talk about some different examples that you might see. Adriana wrote a textbook for high school students. She receives a 10% royalty based on the total sales of the book. So the more sales there are, the more money she's going to make. The book sells for $47.95, and 17,000 copies were sold last year. How much did Adriana receive in royalty payments for the year? So she gets 10% of all the dollar sales. So how much did they sell in dollars total would be this much, because that's for one copy, times 17,000 would be 815,150. That's how much money that was made in sales by the company. She gets 10% of that. So you take that amount and multiply by 0.10, remember, move the decimal place, and you get 81,515. So that is what she received in royalty payments last year. Now, what could affect that income? Not selling as many copies. If you don't sell as many copies, you're not going to make as much. On the other hand, if you sell double that amount of copies, you'll make double that. So it just depends on how many copies were sold. Xander writes math textbooks that sell for X dollars each. So X dollars, that's what they sell for. He received a bonus of $2,500 for signing a contract. So this number here does not matter on how many sales he makes. He received that bonus simply for signing a contract with the publisher. He receives 8% commission on each book sale. Express the total amount of income Xander earns from selling Y books algebraically. Well, this is how many books he sold at that much each. So for this dollar amount, that many copies. He receives 8% of that. So if you multiply that together and multiply it by 0.08, that gives you what he's made in commissions or royalties. Now, that's not all he made. Remember, he got a signing contract. He got a signing bonus. So you have to add that on to what he made. And that's your answer. Algebraically, that's how we would express that. Allison sells cosmetic parts cosmetics part-time from door to door. She is paid a monthly commission. She receives 11% of her first 900 in sales and 17% of the balance of her sales. So anything over 100, she gets 17%. 11% for the first 900. Anything over 900, she gets 17% of that. Last month, she sold $1,250 worth of cosmetics. How much commissions did she earn last month? So this was over 900. So the first 900, she gets 11%, which would be $99. But then she sold more than that. So we take how much more? We take the $1,250 and minus the 900. She sold $350 more. The balance over 900 was $350. Multiply the $350 times the 17%, because that's what she's getting 17% of, and you get $59.50. So this was her first 900 earnings. This was the amount over 900. And to get her total earnings, you would simply add them up and you get $158.50. That was the total amount of commissions. So you see, the more she sells, the more she earns. Kate works in a dress factory that makes dresses for designer boutiques. She is paid a piecework rate of $85 per unit, or for every piece that she produces. Yesterday, she made 3 dresses. How much did she earn? $85 per unit. She made 3. 85 times 3 would be $255. This is an example of piecework. You get paid for every piece that you produce. Okay. Martin writes magazine articles. He is paid a rate of P dollars for each article. Last year, he wrote S articles. His total earnings, piecework earnings, would be this times that. So we're just using letters instead of numbers. P times S. Tony picks strawberries and gets paid a piecework rate of 45 cents per container for the first 200 containers. He receives 65 cents per container for every container over 200 that he picks. Last week, he picked 270 containers. So that's over 200. So the first 200, he gets 45 cents each. And anything more than that, he gets 65 cents each. So the first 200 times 45 cents would be 90. He sold 70 extra over 200. So with those 70, he gets 65 cents. So that's $45.50. And if you add them up, you get $135.50. Brianna picks tomatoes on a local farm. She receives 11 cents per crate. So that's what she gets per crate. Last week, her total piecework earnings was X dollars. Express the number of crates she picked. Well, this is what she made in total, and she gets 11 cents per crate. I just need to take that and divide it by 11 cents. And 11 cents would be 0.11. And that would be your answer. All right, a couple more. Glassman Chevrolet pays a commission to its car salespeople. So if you're selling cars, you get paid a commission. They are paid a percent of the profit the dealership makes on the car, not on the selling price of the car. So the more profit the dealership makes, the more money the salesman is going to make. If the profit on the car is under $750, the commission rate is 20%. If the profit is at least $750 and less than or equal to $1,000, then the commission rate for the salesperson is 22%. If the profit is above $1,000, then the salesman gets 25% of the profit. If X represents the profit, express the commission as a piecewise function. So 20%, they get paid if it's less than $750. So the profit, if the profit's between 0 and $750, they get 20%. 20% times the profit. They get 22 cents times the profit when the profit is between $750 and $1,000. They get 25% of the profit, 0.25 times X, when the profits are greater than $1,000. So this is how you would write the piecewise function, meaning it's in pieces, depending on the profits. So there's a category for the profits here, and a category for the profits here, and a category for the profits here. Find the difference between the commission paid if a Glassman Chevrolet salesman from example 5 sells a car for a $750 profit compared to selling a car for a $749 profit. Well, if it's a $750 profit, it falls into this category. This top one is anything under $750. So I'm only talking about $1 difference, but $750 would fall into this category. So $750 times 0.22 is $165. That's at $750. Now, if they did $749, then it would fall into this category, which means they only get 20% of it. And $749 times 20% is $149.80. So this is at $750 profit. That's at $749 profit. And it says find the difference. If they sell one more dollar, if the profit is one more dollar, then this would be the difference in their commission, which is, if you subtract those two, the difference would be $15.20. So if the salesman gets them one more dollar of profit between $749 and $750, then they get paid an extra $15. All right, Joyce works at Fortunato's Furniture. She's paid on commission. She received 10% of her first 900 in sales and 15% of the balance of her sales. Last week, her total earnings were $750. What was the value of the furniture she sold? So this one we're going to have to work backwards. We're given her earnings and we're trying to figure out the value of the furniture. So the commission for the first 900 is 10% times 900. And then she gets 15% on anything over 900. Well, what's over 900? Take her value and minus 900. This would be the amount over 900. So if you take this and you add, the commission for this amount, which would be over 900, is 15%. So 0.15 times this. This is for the commission over 900. If you take this and you add this, so take this, add this, that equals her pay, which was $750. So here's an equation you can solve. Multiply that together, you get 90. Distribute this 0.15, you get 0.15x minus 135. Okay. Add these like terms together, you get negative 45. Add the 45 to both sides, you get 0.15 equals 795, and you divide by 0.15, you get 5,300. So she sold $5,300 worth of furniture last week. All right, last one. Similar problem. Lauren is a salesperson at Coslow's Tires. She is paid a monthly commission. She receives 6% of her first 1,000 in sales. So 0.06 for the first 1,000. 11% of the balance. So 11% of the balance, anything over 1,000, which would be whatever she sold minus 1,000. Today she earned $203. So if you take these two and you add them up, you get 203. So 0.06 times 1,000 plus 0.11 times x minus 1,000 equals 203. Multiply these together, you get 60. Distribute here, you get 0.11x minus 0.11 times 1,000 is 110 equals 203. These are like terms. 60 minus 110 is negative 50. Add the 50 to both sides. Divide by 0.11. That's the value of the tires she sold. So commissions, royalties, and piecework pay is an alternative to hourly pay where you would have the possibility to earn more than an hourly wage earner.